everyone, it's me, Emily. Today I don't have anything in particular to do, and I was just kind of gonna go out in public and exist and be seen. But since I'm not doing anything like I usually see important people, like going to work or church or anything like that, I don't really care how I look, except maybe a little bit, you know, like I don't want to look like a literal corpse walking into public. So I thought that I would do just like a really quick mini tutorial, like a no makeup look for when I just really want to look a little bit more alive than I do right now. So I'm going to just kind of show you what I regularly do is when I want to look somewhat presentable in public, but I know I'm not going to see anybody important. So first thing first, I always like clean my face, wash it, moisturize it, and do all of that. So that's already been done. But for the makeup portion, I always like to start with just like a hydrating mist. And so I'm gonna use this Pixie, the Pixie Hydrating Milky Mist and just kind of give my face a little bit of like tackiness and like some moisture. So and we'll let that dry. Now I have already wet my not beauty blender. This is actually the e.l.f. blending sponge, and I really like it because it's huge and it's very, very like squishy, very similar texture to the beauty blender, and I think it costs like $5. And also it's a really pretty color. Like this is probably one of my very favorite colors, maybe a little bit more pink than my favorite color. I like it to be a little more purple, but very pretty and cute. And it works exactly like I need it to. Then I like to use, because I have these very nice, I don't even know if you can see them, beautiful pores. I like to use a pore filling type of primer. So today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base, which is just like a pore filling primer. Wow, this is really not focusing. So I'm just gonna scoop in here, get a little bit warmed up, and press it into my face. And there's my pores now. A little bit more smooth away. And before we go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and put on like a little bit of lip treatment, I guess. This is the lip sleeping mask, but I'm not gonna put it on a lot like I do usually when I'm going to sleep. Just a nice little bit to give it some moisture and shine. Then we're just gonna get right down into concealer. So since this is a more natural look, I'm going to try to use a very little amount of concealer, nowhere near what I would usually use. But I just want to cover, see I have a couple of little blemishes right here. So I want to color that, cover that discoloration. And just kind of tap it out. I'm gonna let that sit for a second before I really try to blend it in with my sponge. And then I'm gonna use the excess for right under my eyes. And kind of let that sit for a second too.
So I like to let my concealer sit for a second because I really want the vibrancy of that color to soak into my skin and really show up so I can use less of it, and that I really am covering any of the discoloration, the redness on my face. Since I am not going to be using any foundation or anything like that, I do really want to try to cover as much discrepancies in the evenness of my skin tone. So I just let it sit for a second, and then I went in with my e.l.f. Beauty Blending Sponge and just really blended that out. I covered any of the redness coming through on my nose or my cheeks, and brought it up a little bit onto my eyelids as well to use a little bit as a primer and to even out the darkness on my eyelids there. And that's how I get away with not really having to wear a foundation or a lot of heavy makeup on my face, but still even out the skin tone using just concealer.
Okay, already I look a lot less like a literal corpse and a little bit more alive and happy to be part of the human population. So next I am going to use I just threw it across the sink. going to use a cream blush. This is the Ulta Beauty cream blush in the color Sunrise. And get just a very little bit. This is such a very vibrant product. Just a little. Just gonna tap it into the apples of my cheeks. And just a little bit on the tip of my nose. And right onto my lips. And then I'm gonna use my sponge and really blend that in. So there's that. And then I'm gonna take a cream highlighter so that I give a little bit of shine to the high points of my face without having a really powdered look. So I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. And I'm gonna take just a little bit on my fingers and tap it onto the high parts. Cool, okay. So anyway, I put highlighter just on the high points of my face. So let me add just a little bit to my lip right here and to my nose. And then right underneath my eyebrows. And then I'm just gonna use this sponge to really blend it in. Okay, and then once I have all of the cream products on my face, I'm going to use this Smashbox Primer Water just to kind of set a little bit. Give it a little bit more like dewiness, I guess. And then I'm going to use a little setting powder to just kind of make sure that no oils are coming through. That no oils are like coming through my face throughout the day, or I guess the amount of time that I'm out in public. So I'm gonna just tap a little bit here, get it on my brush, and really tap it into my T-zone. And I also really want to get it into the hollows of my cheeks because I am going to be using a bronzer powder, so I don't want it to be sticking to my face in any weird ways. And then that was the Cover FX Translucent Light Powder and this setting powder. And I'm going to use my butter bronzer and a angled brush and just lightly dust some bronzer into my cheek, to like the shadowy portions of my face, like right into the hollows of my cheeks, and then a little onto my forehead. I want it to look really nice and blended since I don't have really any other makeup on. I don't want it to look too crazy. And then just a little on my nose. And then I'm going to take my sponge again and just kind of press that into my skin so it doesn't look too crazy. And then I'm also going to use that same bronzer for a little bit of eyeshadow. I'm just going to use this like thicker shadow brush, dip into the bronzer and just lightly buff that across my eye and into my crease so that I have a little bit of color there. Just enough. Just a little right under the eye too. I'm I'm going to do just a little bit of color in my brows. And I'm actually going to show you a trick really quick for a brow pencil. This one is actually gone. Like, I can't scroll it up any further. But if you pop the top off just a little bit, you can see that there's actually a little bit of product left. And I can use this product to do my eyebrows. So you have to be very, very gentle with it because there's not as much like sturdiness holding it in place, but just I brush it just lightly through my eyebrow hairs. And I wouldn't normally do only a pencil and do it so lightly, but since I do not have on as much makeup today, I want it to look very light, very natural. So see, still have my eyebrow pen. I can just do the other side. And this is especially nice because I don't want to press very hard. I don't want a ton of color pay off. So it's easy to not accidentally press too hard and break what's left of my pencil. Oh, you see I did it anyway. But guess what? Now my brows are filled in, so it's fine. And I'm just gonna comb them through with what's left of the pencil, the spoolie at the end. And then I'm going to I want my eyebrows to like stay. I want the color to really stay since I don't have on a lot of other makeup. So I'm really going to set that in with the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. And I'm just gonna comb it through my eyebrows. Alright, so we're almost done. I have put almost all of the products on my face that I care about. So now I'm just going to put on some mascara. And today I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is black as black. And I really want my lashes to stand out since I'm not wearing a lot of other makeup. So I am going to kind of pack this on, emphasize my lashes. Oh, the difference a little mascara makes. Like, ew, please don't look at me. Ah, who's she? Anyway, let's even that out. And finally, I'm going to tap just a little bit more of this blush. Well, if I can get any out. Ah! That was too much. See? Anyway, well, now I have too much. I'm gonna tap just a little bit more right onto my lips just to go in a little color. Guess I might as well, since it's already over my fingers, just add a little bit more to my cheeks. Pretty cool. Did not mean to do that at all, but here's what it is. All right, lastly, I'm just gonna add a little bit more shine to my lips with a little bit more of the lip mask to keep them hydrated throughout the day. And I'm gonna walk you over to my window so that you can see my look in natural lighting as well. But this is my no makeup days with a little bit of makeup look. And I feel so much more alive and so much prettier than I did when we started this video. So here I am in natural lighting. a little bit more alive, a little bit more awake, a little bit more looking like I actually enjoy human existence and people, and I feel a lot more confident to go out in public now. And I think that took me like 10-15 minutes to do. So this is just kind of my no makeup routine. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe you can use some of these tips in your own makeup routine, or you know, just kind of follow this for a little step-by-step guide for whenever you want to look like you enjoy human interaction as well. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe. I'd love for you to stick around. I would love to see you in some more videos. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.